Welcome to Wrestling Over Everything, everybody. We are a very funny wrestling podcast out of the Central Valley of California. I'm Andrew. That's Dusty.
Hey.
We got Wrestlemania coming up. The granddaddy.
Heard of it?
Yeah, ever heard of that? Shh, never mind. Well, actually, follow us on subscribe to our YouTube. To follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Blue Sky, and follow us on your favorite podcast app. We really like the comments and the bell stuff. All right, but hit whatever you want to do. We appreciate it. Now, today we are going to talk about, I would say, a really iconic and well-known Wrestlemania angle. I wouldn't say it's the most iconic. I'd say it is an iconic. Would you say that, Dusty?
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely. I'd put it in the top 10, probably.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. It's not necessarily Rock and Hogan, but it's pretty far up there, especially for that one shot at the end. So we are talking about Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair. Ric Flair has to retire if he loses. What year is this, Dusty? 2008?
This is in 2008, yes.
Yeah. So, I graduated from high school in 2008.
We're talking about Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair. And a little bit, if you listen to our other video about the current WrestleMania storylines, just a clean, man, was it nice to just watch a clean, simple story that has human emotions that are easy to track on them. Nobody's talking about Q2 earnings, you know. Yeah. They're not like, we need to retire Flair because his merch isn't selling.
There's no socio-political hypocrites.
Yeah.
It's
just two guys in a good old-fashioned wrestling match. So this angle starts at the end of 2007, but Ric Flair had joined the WWF in November 2001. After the close of WCW, he comes in and he's doing like a co-owner storyline with Vince for a while, and then
where he like bought a stake in the company.
Yeah,
that's the storyline.
Shane and Stephanie sold their shares to Vince, so they're like co-owners.
Sold their share to Ric Flair.
Sold their share to
Did they too? Did they do like a big reveal where they're like, we have a new partner, and then Ric Flair starts shuffling down the ramp?
Yeah, it's after Vince, after the Survivor Series where WWF beats WCW, so they're out, and Vince is cutting the victory promo in the ring, and then all of a sudden it's woo, and Flair comes out and reveals that they sold their stake to him. And, of course, Vince is aghast at having to be a co-owner with Ric Flair, with the Nature Boy. Probably because he knows...
That's the one where Vince is scratching his ear all weird.
Yeah.
Where he's like nervously scratching his ear. Okay. I just saw the screenshot. This is a classic. We've talked about the Vince face acting. Classic Vince face acting with the scratching the ear. Okay.
He probably heard about all of Flair's other business ventures and was really concerned about it. So, but then Flair just kind of becomes a regular member of the roster. He's in Evolution with Triple H and Batista and Randy Orton. He wins the Intercontinental title and the tag team titles a couple of times during this whole kind of long run. But he takes a 3-month hiatus from the WWF, and then returns on the November 26th episode of Monday Night Raw, which is where we kind of pick it up. And he's doing a promo in the ring where he talks about he hasn't been on Raw for 6 months because classic Ric Flair truth-telling. He knows that he can't go on forever, and he knows one day he's going to have to retire, and he's involved in some local politics. He's opened up a marketing company, but then he swerves it. I will never retire. I'm going to die in this goddamn ring. I love this business. And then he stomps his coat in classic Ric Flair fashion.
I love when he doesn't know what he wants to do, but he wants to do something. And he ends up stomping his coat.
Something's going to happen to that coat. and he doesn't quite know if he's going to drop the elbow on it or if he's going to stomp it, but he's got to do something to it. So
wait, I would love, like, they should have had a character that was Ric Flair's tailor, and it's like a effeminate French guy backstage that just gets super mad. He always stumps on the cut.
I just resewed that last week.
It took me 2 weeks to get that thing ready again.
The seams are destroyed. He says he considers himself Cal Ripken, the Iron Man, or Brett Favre, who's still doing it at a high level. And one day, just like Brett Favre, I hope to scam millions of poor Mississippians out of their money.
I'm gonna send an awkward dick pic.
Yeah, already done it. Who do you think? Nature Boy's way ahead of you on that one.
I bet there's a Nate dick pic out there somewhere. I don't want to see it. I usually look. I watch the Sylvester Stallone tape. I watch them all. If I find out that there's Celebrity Hog out there, I check it out. I don't think I'm looking for Ric Flair.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Flair's like, I'm still the Nature Boy, and then what else would you consider Ric Flair to be, Andrew?
Styling and profiling.
And how do you feel like he might describe himself?
He's listen, I'm gonna go down the jet stealing. Where are you leading me?
A rock star.
Oh, he's a rock star. Yeah, never mind. Sorry, I apologize because I am a rock star. I was really leading the horse to water.
No,
because I thought about that earlier. I thought about that like 5 minutes ago, and it completely left my head by the time you teed it up for me, and I apologize. That's on me. I should have gotten that one.
So then Vince comes out, and Vince is like, "Hell yeah, I love it." A little bit of a nod to the current kind of storylines we get. He's like, "You're still a commodity, Rick. I can wring a little bit more money out of your old ass." Yeah. We did evaluation, Q rating still pretty good for Ric Flair.
People like an H.
Yeah, still mall rating pretty high. If we went in the mall, 100 people, most of them know who Ric Flair is. But he lays out the ultimatum. The next match that Ric Flair loses will be his retirement match, which is a pretty good angle. Like that's a pretty good genesis for an angle.
It's the classic "Remember the Titans" angle.
Oh yeah, not one more yard.
If you lose in a game, like they'll fire you. Like if you lose one game, you got to take these guys to Gettysburg.
Yeah, the back against the wall. Yeah, they got to listen to the Temptations, and then guess what? They find out not so different.
They're not so different. That's my brother. You know what I mean?
You'll
never replace a Gary Bertier. Goddammit!
What a good ass movie.
What a movie, dude. That was when we were proper country. You know what I mean?
Life was good then. So then that night, Flair defeats Randy Orton with help from Chris Jericho. And then it's like every match Flair has these kind of built-in intrinsic stakes. But of course, you're like, well, he's not going to lose at No Way Out to Mr. Kennedy. Like, he's Ric goddamn Flair after all. So they do put in, which I think is very...
it's draws.
Yeah. Carlito. What do we think about Carlito as Ric Flair's last
Draws
opponent?
Was probably out the game by then. It was probably Carlito's better.
Well, he did actually beat Carlito, so that's But I have the notes. You don't have the notes. They do, which is very funny to me, amend it because I think they were like, shit, the Royal Rumble's coming up. Flair's not in the Royal Rumble. He's not going to win the Royal Rumble. So they're like, singles match. Next singles match, he loses. He's out. They kid ruled it where you home runs past that bush, and then it goes past that bush, and they're like, no, okay, the next one, you got to double this time.
Actually, I have the shield that blocks everything, so
yeah, the floor is lava, except I have shoes that are specially made to resist the lava.
Yeah.
I like this angle, and I like that they keep kind of building it up, and then Flair challenges Shawn Michaels, and I kind of like where they're coming from with this, because Flair challenges Michaels because he's like, I need to be able to measure myself against the best guy. If I'm not at the level where I can compete with the best guys, I don't need to be here anymore. And Shawn Michaels is kind of like, come on, man, don't make me say it. He's like,
Yeah.
I couldn't find the real promo on YouTube, unfortunately, but it's like Shawn's kind of laughing at him, and Flair's like, what? And when Michaels is essentially like, come on, like, come on, man.
It's like
And,
he Jay Chandrasekhared him.
yeah,
Where he's like, what are you, an actor or something? Come on.
come on. And Flair goes, you don't think I can beat you? And Shawn Michaels has to be like, all right, I guess we'll do it, and but we watched the go home promo from this where Flair and Michaels are in the ring, and you could see that Michaels is trying to be nice. He's kind of like fluffing up the ego of Flair, and he's like, look, man, you're the guy we all looked up to. You're the limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, you're all that shit. And Flair is like, don't go ahead, you're also
Stop.
I can't get enough of it from our defunct, now hacked old Twitter page.
Yeah. But Flair is like, don't condescend me, basically. He's like, you don't have to tell me who I am. I know who I am. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. And then he has a bag in the ring, and he pulls out the old NWA title, and then he runs down like, I defended this belt against Dusty Rhodes, Terry Funk, the Briscoes, Harley Race, Bruiser Brody, Sting. And if you were 20 years older, I'd have defended it against you, and like Flair's really, he's really on one here. And then
yeah, he gets pissed.
Flair is like, I need you to bring it. This is the early days of one of my least favorite things that's currently happening in wrestling, which is like, I want you to be the very best you can be. And I want the Heartbreak Kid. I want the Showstopper. I want the Icon. I want Mr. WrestleMania. And it's like, what was he going to do? Half speed it, I guess, because he loves you or whatever. Like, I feel like Shawn Michaels wants to win the matches Shawn Michaels did. So, but anyway, I give this a little bit of a pass because it's clearly part of Shawn Michaels' storyline that he's trying to take it easy on Flair's ego by
it's the old guy telling the young guy to try.
Right.
It's not the young guy telling the old guy to try.
Yeah, and he knows that Flair knows that Michaels doesn't want to hurt his feelings by being like, look, man, I'm gonna beat you if you really want this. I'm gonna beat you. I don't want to, but I will if you make me. And so
I'm going to kick you in the face.
Yeah.
In your stupid old rock star face.
A lot of times, because that's kind of my thing, is I do that. I don't know if you've seen many of my matches, but
and this is a big match, so you're gonna need more than one of these to lose. That's how this works.
Yeah. So then Shawn assures him that he's gonna bring Mr. WrestleMania, and then I love this. Like a little thing that I love about Shawn Michaels' character once he comes back and he's like Christian, praying at the entranceway. Shawn Michaels is like, every once in a while you could see the switch like turn, and then he's like dickhead Shawn Michaels again. Like he's a little bit, he still has the fastball, because as he's leaving, he's like, hey, just so you know, I'm thinking of this as like the old Yeller story. Yeah. He's like, he goes, you remember old Yeller? Man, they love that dog. But when the time came, they took him in the backyard and they finished him. And that's what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to put you out of your misery. And the camera misses it, but it looks like he puts a gun, like the gun hand, up to Flair's temple, which is like great to me wrestling accenting. Like it's a perfect thing. Like I do care about you, but I'm gonna put you down because that's what that's what I'm gonna have to do. You're the old dog. I'm gonna put you, and then of course Flair flips the fuck out, which is also great. He like rips his shirt, he takes his jacket off, he throws it down, he stomps on it, and then he slaps the shit out of Shawn Michaels and is like, "Oh, Yeller!" He's like, his blood pressure is 200 over 200 at the end of this promo.
Yeah, the old Yeller thing really pisses him off, and it reminded me. I'm trying to find it. I don't think I'll find it in time. Grandpa Simpson I was jitterbugging that very night.
Oh,
Like that.
yeah.
It reminds me of the little dance that he does every time Ric Flair gets uppity on these things. But
yeah, that's a great call. And
yeah,
whenever I faced Jack Briscoe, I was wearing an onion off my belt, which was the style at the time.
it was 19
Yeah, I tried to catch the Kaiser, but I gave up after Dickety 2 miles.
Yeah, we was jitterbugging that very night.
So like I think this is a great go home segment. Like I think both these guys really brought it in the interview. You understand the story very clearly, and I thought both guys were great on this part.
Yeah, I mean it's and like we said, like we are giving it some creative liberties because it is an old thing. It's not been done. It's been done a million times because of this, not before this, you know. And
Yeah.
but I do think there's something different about the young guy being like, dude, I don't want to, but I'm gonna beat your ass. Like
Right.
I'm not calling you up because I want clout and like because right now it's a lot of like a guy wants to make a name off of a like I want to fight the real fucking The Rock or whatever.
Yeah.
And then but then at that time it's like Ric Flair being like, no, I want you to try, and Shawn Michaels being like, no, you don't, man, I'll kill you.
Yeah, if I try, then it's over. Like and it's Flair calling out Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels not wanting to heed the call because he knows what that means. So like it's an interesting dynamic, like you said, to point like the roles are kind of reversed, and it's
especially
like,
given the context that like his entire career, people have been saying that Shawn Michaels was just stealing a bunch of shit from Ric Flair,
right.
Like,
and he's admitted Ric Flair's his idol, so it's like you gotta bury your idol. To but like what else are you gonna do? So this is WrestleMania 24. This takes place March 30th 2008 from the Florida Citrus Bowl in Orlando, Florida. 74,636 people watch this. 1,041,000 people bought this pay-per-view, including one Dusty Godwin. I did.
Did you?
I put the money down on this one.
Nice,
dude. They really got me with the Floyd Mayweather Big Show angle. I was like, oh shit, Ric Flair's on this show too? Yeah. Tagline, the biggest WrestleMania under the sun. I don't love that, but that's neither here nor there. Very uninspired. Tonight's going to be the greatest night of all nights. Kind of tagline. Flair was inducted in the Hall of Fame the night before, and they make like a big deal out of the fact that he's the first active wrestler to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. They have Shawn Michaels come out first. The Shawn Michaels branded cowboy hat kills me. It says HBK on the front of this cowboy hat. Shameless merchandising of just a regular cowboy hat that just says HBK on it.
Yeah, and he like looks down at one point just so you can see the HBK really well.
Dude knows where his camera's
100%.
His entrance is pretty subdued because he knows what his job is here. And then Flair comes out, and Flair is fucking decked to the nines in this robe that's insane. It's like a dark blue robe with all of this sequence and shit on it. It looks awesome. Like and it apparently cost a ton. It was like Flair really, I believe in Flair's heart of heart, he thought this was going to be his retirement match. Like Flair, he's I don't know if he's an alcoholic, but it's kind of that mindset to me, where it's like he believes he's never going to have a drink again. He believes that this is it, so he's going all out on it. He wants the big robe and the big entrance, and he gets they roll out the red carpet for him. Yeah,
there's the robe.
That looks awesome.
I mean, the feathers don't make sense to me. I don't understand why they're in that orientation, why they're going up and around like that. But I mean, it's elaborate. It's cool. I dig it.
Yeah. And so he ends up the Charles Robinson is the special referee for this, or the regular. He's a regular referee, but he's the referee for this match, and he's one of Ric Flair's like oldest friends in wrestling, and it's still around. He got the shit knocked out of him last year. He took a crazy bump off of I forget who tackled him, but it looked awesome. So Charles Robinson, good referee. Flair's family's at ringside, and they pan over to them, and then we get to the match, and I think this match is like, it is very smartly worked to my mind, because Flair is limited. He's an old guy now, and Michaels is having to carry this thing, but they use a lot of tricks in my mind to like get around some of the the rougher parts.
Well, and the interesting thing about, I was thinking about this, HBK is older now than Ric Flair was in this match, but only by like a year. So Ric Flair was 59 years old when this match happened.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable that he was able to even have like, because it's not like, because you're right, like they did do kind of a one of us is very old match, but he took some bumps. He picked up HBK multiple times. He fell in ways during this match that if I fell right now, I'd be in real trouble. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of Easter eggs too. There's like, so Michaels goes to the top rope at one point, and Flair catches him the way that Flair's been caught off the top rope a million times, and body slams Michaels down. And then Flair goes to the top rope and actually hits a cross body off the top, which Jerry Lawler's like, holy shit, he hit it. Maybe he can win this match. And that's how Flair beat Harley Race in the cage match we watched not a few weeks ago from their angle. Like, Flair would occasionally hit this cross body off the top to win these matches, but you have to, those are for the real heads out there, but it's like they kind of do that stuff. And then early in the match, Shawn Michaels busts his whole ass doing a moonsault from the second rope to the floor, where Flair moves and he hits the announce table, and the announce table does not cleanly break for Shawn Michaels. It just totally jams his rib cage.
It was sick. Like that was, he landed, because I think he landed right where he wanted to, like basically where his hips were on the corner of the table, and the table falls apart. But like, that was one of my favorite spots in this match for sure.
Well, and that's really smart, because it, like, if you're think of it like a video game, like that takes a huge amount of Shawn Michaels damage, his life bar down. So then like Flair and him are on more even footing, and then you can have Flair reasonably have control of this match for a while. Like, it makes sense, because Flair straight up should not be able to dominate Shawn Michaels, but Shawn took himself out, missing a big move, and then Flair can take over.
And even before that, they gave Flair more than I thought they would. I thought it was going to be more like Shawn was just beating the shit out of him, and then Flair caught wind. But like, Shawn had the better of the exchanges before that, but they did give Flair some. And then when Shawn does that, it's like, oh wow, this actually is up in the air.
Yeah. But Ric Flair hits a butterfly suplex for what I have to assume is the first time since 1989 in the WWF. Not a big move, the butterfly suplex.
Which one's the butterfly suplex?
It's like the double underhook, and then you flip the guy over.
Yeah.
But and then Jerry Lawler takes a moment to point out that he recently watched Old Yeller, and they didn't shoot the dog.
Turns out they didn't kill it because it was old.
yeah. It's a rabid dog. Nothing's worse than a rabid dog. And then they cut to Flair in the ring, fucking chopping the shit out of Shawn Michaels.
Foaming at the mouth and afraid of water.
Sean's got water in his cowboy hat, and that's how he...
the hydrophobia is starting to set in.
They end up on the floor, and goddamn moonsault Shawn Michaels does another moonsault to the floor, where in theory he hit Ric Flair, but he really hit the floor.
I wrote this down too. Flair, and this is my problem with moonsaults that aren't moonsaults to a splash.
A downed opponent.
Yeah, is like you either do something that's horribly dangerous, where you're backflipping with your shins into somebody's forehead, or what normally happens, and what happened in this situation, is Flair is watching where Shawn's going to moonsault and just kind of sticks his arm out and gets his arm kicked. And then it barely even at all touches Flair. Flair's down like you shot him with a freaking elephant gun. And Shawn is also hurt, probably because he backflipped onto the ground. Like he probably actually needs a second. You know what I mean?
Yeah, who got injured, who got hurt worse is not a contest on this moonsault to the floor. Flair's like you
fine.
said, he put a cursory arm out for Shawn Michaels' assistance, and Michaels just did a backflip onto the ground. Flair goes for the figure 4, and Michaels turns it into a small package, which, if this were the 1987 American Bash, would have won Shawn Michaels this match, because that's an old Flair favorite. The figure 4 gets blocked into the small package.
He watched the tape.
Yeah, I really like they give the point of this match, or the goal of this match should be that there is one point where you think Flair can win this thing. Like, if you can get the crowd there, this is a successful match in my mind. You know, and
of course, and I think they did.
Yeah, there's a couple of times, like whenever he gets the second figure 4 leg lock onto Michaels, the crowd is really up for that. And
is that the one where Michaels hesitates? So like,
which is a great spot.
Michaels in the corner stomping his foot, and you can tell Michaels does a really good job of this. And this is like a movie. This is kind of like a movie spot where like the young guy is starting to realize that he's in for a real challenge, and he's sick of this shit, and he just wants to put it away. But he also is conflicted. He's fighting the demons where he doesn't want to kick his but he has to put him out. So he's stomping his foot and saying, "Get up!" And he looks exhausted, and his hair's in his face, and he's like ready to go. And then he goes for the super kick, and Flair is walking. Nobody's ever walked more with their chin out, ready to fucking take a super kick to the face. And Shawn Michaels does the little shuffle step to do the super kick. He pulls it back, second guesses himself because he doesn't want to kick Ric Flair in the face. And Flair immediately drops and puts him in a figure 4 leg lock.
Yeah. I thought that was really good. That's one of the best spots in this match. And then Michaels gets out of it. And then the later career of Shawn Michaels, one of my favorite things is like he could kind of like instant super kick. Like it's almost a reactionary thing that he can do as a move. That's an instant hit. And it works really well. Like in the match with Kurt Angle that we watched back in the day, there's a point where Angle goes to grab him, and Shawn, almost out of reaction, is just like fucking wham, super kick.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have the build up, so it's not as powerful. It doesn't have the stomps behind it, but he can use it as
make it hurt worse.
Yeah, he can use it as kind of an insta shot, you know.
Yeah.
And he does that, and that gets a great near fall. And it
was good. That spot was really cool because you didn't see it coming. I like those a lot better.
It's Flair chopping him, and finally, like you said, Shawn's like, fuck it, and he just super kicks him because he sees the opening. And then Flair kicks out of that one, and Shawn's in the corner, and he gets up, and Flair's on the ground, and you can see the camera knows exactly what it's doing because it's on Michaels, and you can tell that he's like, fuck, I have to do it. And then it cuts to Flair, and Flair's on the ground giving him the like, fucking, come on, man, like, I asked for it.
He's almost like crying, but he's like, come on, man. Like let's do it. It's
the old gunslinger shit. Like he knows he's beat, but he doesn't. He wants Shawn Michaels to do it. And so
I signed up for this shit. I'm a rock star.
I'll be a rock star later tonight. Michaels does the famous "I'm sorry, I love you." Fucking wham. Super kick on Flair and pins him, and that I like the I might be in the minority. I like the I'm sorry, I love you super kick to pin, 20 minutes and 23 seconds. And then Michaels immediately bolts. He's like, he's in the ring for a second, and then it's almost like he's upset with himself.
He
like
came here to do a job. He did the job, and he wants no pomp and circumstance about what he just did.
Right. He's fucking out of it. And so that leaves Flair in the ring to be able to do the one final bow, and the crowd gives him a standing ovation. You get to see a young Charlotte Flair, which I was surprised about. That's her dad, turns out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Don't know if
Did anybody ever know that? That makes sense because they always talk about it, and she dresses like him.
Of course. She wears the robes. Now, see, the things, the lines are coming
Can't believe
together.
I didn't see that. And they have the same last name. Oh, my God. And they found a kid. They found a good crying kid. Like, it was like maybe a 12, 13-year-old boy. You do see crying Charlotte, crying wife. And I did like the super kick. I'm sorry, I love you. It's wrestling corny. Wrestling needs to be corny sometimes.
Yeah.
You need to have your sentimental moments where you're doing just full on fan service. I'm totally fine with that. The super kick wasn't the best super kick that Shawn Michaels ever threw, which bums me out. Every once in a while, Shawn Michaels would miss with the super kick, and it goes through the guy's head instead of actually looking like it made contact. And this was one of those.
Yeah.
Not faulting him too much on it. I just wish it was because there was 3 super kicks total, right?
Yeah, 3 super kicks.
I think it might have been the first one that was really. I think it was the first one that looked really good. Or I can't remember, but one of them looked like real.
He might not want to be Potato and Flair at the at the end there. Maybe he pulled it, or he thought the camera was going to be in a different place because it's the camera angle that shows that he doesn't actually hit him. You know? This gets 3.5 stars from the Wrestling Observer, which is fine. It's the presentation to me is higher than that. If you're talking about the in-ring, I thought they worked a really smart match. I thought they did a good job. This is tied with the 2 other matches on this show for the highest rated match. I'm sorry. The world title match was higher.
God damn it! I said let me guess him. Fucking asshole.
Sorry. Go ahead.
The world title match, I bet, was higher. So there's another match that's good on this card?
There's another match that is equal to the Shawn and...
that's got to be Orton and Triple H and John Cena.
That is Orton, Triple H, and John Cena. And there's one that is a 1/4 star below.
Is it the Money in the Bank ladder match?
It is the Money in the Bank ladder match. Nicely done.
I was going to say, it's probably not Mayweather versus Big Show, and it's probably not JBL beating Finlay with Hornswoggle.
Yep.
In the Belfast Brawl.
How many stars do you think the Mayweather Big Show match got?
That's got to be like a dud or like a -1.
It is in positive territory.
Really?
Yep.
1 1/4.
3 stars.
Holy shit. Is it actually does it deserve that?
I don't remember. I remember liking it at the time. I mean, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors to it. You know what I mean? But it's okay. For a celebrity match, it's pretty good.
That seems like there's no way that would be good, So good for them.
Yeah.
What about the Playboy God damn it. The Playboy Bunny Mania Lumberjack. That's fucking impossible to say, Dusty.
Give it one more time.
The Playboy Bunny Mania Lumberjill match. Fuck.
Got a 1/4 of a star. It is higher rated than the ECW title match where Kane defeated Chavo Guerrero in 8 seconds. That didn't get a rating at all.
I didn't even notice that was 8 seconds. What about Battle for Brand Supremacy singles match? Okay, that's what the Brand Supremacy is. SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah, Batista versus Umaga. You want to take a gander at that one?
2 stars.
1.25.
Oh fuck!
So only 1 star better than the Lumberjill match. bad night for Batista and Umaga.
That's crazy that the Lumberjill match went after. The Playboy Bunny Mania Lumberjill match went after the Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair match.
Well, you need to calm the people down.
I guess you do need a buffer, right?
What's also crazy is that match got almost 6 minutes, and Umaga versus Batista got 7 minutes. So, and Finlay versus JBL got 8.5 minutes. So we weren't
quite at the women's revolution yet.
No, 2008. Things were not looking particularly great. And I know that you have questions, Andrew, and I'm glad to answer them. The next night on Raw, they do kind of like a Ric Flair appreciation night, which is cool. They like everybody after the show comes to the ring, and they all did speeches for Flair, and like the show was kind of dedicated to him the night after. Of course, I'm sure you're wondering
that night.
yeah. I'm sure you're wondering about Ric Flair's financial business. Ric Flair Finance opened in July 2008, filed for bankruptcy, or I'm sorry, opened in September 2007, filed for bankruptcy in July 2008.
Oh, fuck. It's like April, May, June, 4 months after this match?
Yep. That's,
oh, no.
And only 10 months after it opened. That's tough all the way around.
Yeah.
Flair does come back, and he's kind of involved in some storylines and stuff. He does not wrestle, but he's kind of every once in a while they'll use him for storyline. Then he ends up going to Ring of Honor, where he's like an ambassador and an authority figure, and he shoots some like shoot videos for them. And then in November 21st, 2009, Ric Flair returned to the ring as a villain for a tour of Australia. Do you want to guess who Ric Flair's opponent was on this tour?
2009?
Yep.
So the next year?
Yeah, November 2009.
God damn it, Rick. It's not...
Really think about it. Who would be the funniest person for Ric Flair to go and wrestle in Australia?
Yeah, this bothers me that I might not get it. It's not Shawn Michaels?
It is not Shawn Michaels.
I don't know. Who is it?
If this were WrestleMania 9, who do you think would put themselves into...
Oh, fuck. Is it Hulk Hogan?
Dun, dun, dun,
oh,
dun,
my
dun,
God.
As part
I'm going to come up. I'm going to go tits up to Hogan. I'm out of money. I'm going to go tits up to Hogan in Australia a couple times.
At the Hulkamania Let the Battle Begin tour in Australia, Hogan and Flair had 4 matches. Do you want to guess what Ric Flair's record was in those 4 matches?
I mean, I can't see him winning any of those. 0 for 4. 0-4. Hogan went over.
The tour began with Ric Flair losing to Hulk Hogan in the main event of the show by brass knuckles. Hogan then defeated Flair again on November 24th.
I got to get you with the knucks, brother. I'm doing this thing with the knucks lately.
Yeah. He defeated Flair again on November 24th in Perth, Australia, where both men bled heavily. Flair also lost to Hogan on the 2 remaining matches of the tour. So we'll go ahead and count that up. That's 0 for 4 for Flair versus Hogan in Australia. I gotta pay the mortgage on this second house. I'm going toes up for Hogan 4 nights in a row in Australia.
Listen, it'll be just like old times, brother. We'll have a brewski afterwards, but you got to go toes up for me.
Who do you think's eyes are looking at the ceiling, Rick? Is it me or is it you?
Listen, what? Look at me, Rick. What are you? What are you, Rick? I'm a rock star.
I'll be a rock star.
I'm a rock star.
Remember, I'm the guy who beat Shawn Michaels in our match. So just take that. expand on
Rockstar?
I gotta get that. I gotta get that as a soundbite.
Extrapolate from there, if you will, who you think's going to go over on this Australia tour. So then,
how bad do you want to keep your house, brother?
Yeah, Flair full on comes back, and has like a whole run in TNA wrestling, which is a bummer. He ends up losing his Hall of Fame ring because he's beaten in a match by Abyss. And you want to guess who Flair lost possession of his ring to? Guy who was also in TNA at the time.
Angle? Kurt Angle?
No, think about it.
Eric Bischoff?
What would be the funniest version of this?
Is it Hulk Hogan?
It's Hulk Hogan.
That was the obvious answer for me. And I couldn't even bring myself to say that it's Hulk Hogan.
Yep. Who's behind door number one?
God damn it, Rick is so glad he outlived that guy. He'll never lose to him again.
Who's behind door number 1, 2, and 3? It's Hulk Hogan, brother. Always.
They're gonna have Ric Flair lose to Hulk Hogan hologram at Coachella next year.
And he'll be glad to do it.
They'll be happy to do it, you know?
So then...
I was like Terry, he says.
Officially, no joking, no takebacks. Ric Flair had his last match May 16th of 2022. It was announced. He had his last match on July 31st in Nashville, where he wrestled with his son-in-law, Andre Alidolo, who is no longer his son-in-law, against Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Hulk Hogan nowhere to be found this time, luckily for Flair. Flair said he had a heart attack during this match and blacked out 2 times.
I think didn't he say he had like multiple heart attacks during the match or something?
And then he's been angling for another match,
like the free crack giveaway.
Yeah.
Heart attack. Oh, we had a pile of crack stacked this high. I had a heart attack.
He was angling for another match for a while, but as of January 2026, he remains officially retired.
Well, as of April 2026.
Oh, yeah. He announced it in January that he was officially for real. This time.
Man. Nobody can let it. You can't say I had a heart attack or multiple heart attacks, and then.
Well, he had a pacemaker at the time of this final match with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
He's a rock star.
The dude, really seems to have a desire to die literally in the ring. I don't say that hyperbolically. It's his whole...
he loves it, man.
It's his whole deal. Okay, so
he looked like tired Gene Wilder that whole match, by the way. Like old tired Gene Wilder.
He did. He would not have been able to bust that front flip that Gene Wilder does at the beginning of Willy Wonka.
No, but he did get sent to a world of pure imagination. I can tell you that.
A couple of times. He was taking that old dragon boat down the tube.
Look at Double J and it.
What a pro.
Damn, look at the ceiling of this place, man.
I'm going toes up tonight, huh? That's right, Hulk. Terry's not in the goddamn building.
Yeah.
It's me, baby.
This looks like the guy from Trailer Park Boys in the front row right here.
Yeah. That might be Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
That might be Bubbles.
All right, we like to look at pop culture at the time of the thing that we're reviewing. So for March 2008, March 30th, 2008, I don't know. I don't believe that you've seen a single one of these fucking movies. I'm not even sure you've heard of most of them. So,
2008, I'm telling you, I graduated high school 2008, so these might be my wheelhouse shits. You know what I mean?
Stop me when you've seen
I haven't seen that. Oh.
Okay. Somebody stop me. You've seen that. That's the mask.
That's the mask.
Cuban Pete.
My name is Cuban Pete.
Number 1 at the box office, 21, the Blackjack movie.
I've seen that movie.
Okay. Well, we're starting strong. Number 2, Horton, Here's a Who.
I've heard of that movie.
Yeah, you've hooed of that movie.
Yeah, I do not believe I have. I don't believe I've hoard or hooed of that movie.
Yeah, I've
hoard and hooed of it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah. Number 3, superhero movie. One of the
is it one of the bullshit parody movies?
Yes.
Yeah, I never saw that. I intentionally never watched any of those.
Meet the Browns, which I believe is a Tyler Perry production.
No. I have
Drill Bit Taylor with Owen Wilson.
I've heard of that movie. That's Owen Wilson. I have not seen that movie.
Shudder.
I think I've seen a part of that movie.
You've seen the part where his foot's on the front of the DVD cover? I saw that lots of times working at the video store I worked at. That is forever ingrained in my brain. Number 6 is Shudder, which is a horror movie that I have not seen, so I doubt. Number 7, 10,000 BC, which is a movie I went and saw in the theaters that stinks.
No, I don't think I've seen that one.
Number 8 is Stop Loss, which has a young Channing Tatum in it.
No.
Number 9, College Road Trip with Cedric the Entertainer, who is funny, but this movie, not good.
He's usually funny. Yeah.
Yes.
That's no, I have not seen that one.
Number 10, The Bank Job, one of your Jason Statham is a guy doing a thing movies.
Fuck, dude, 2008, like, that's not good. That's not good.
So here's the thing. Superhero movie comes out in the end of March, which is a parody of the amount of superhero movies they are. Number 2 at the box office for the year in 2008, Iron Man. We haven't even started. I've not yet begun to superhero movie. I've not yet begun to superhero movie. This is like there's 20 more years of this shit.
That is great. That's actually a really good point.
Like they were already like these are ripe for parody, and we haven't even hit what people would consider to be the age of the superhero movie. For the year 2008 is pretty good. The top 10 movies are The Dark Knight, Iron Man, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, Hancock, Wall-E, Kung Fu Panda, Madagascar, Escape to Africa, Twilight, James Bond, Quantum of Solace, and Horton Hears a Who. So, we're
proper
still
country. Some proper country shit.
We're still doing a thing. That's 3 superhero movies in the top 5 of the year, by the way. So superhero movie, maybe it's either too early or it's too late. I wanted to do a bit of trivia with you. What iPhone do you think we're on in 2008?
So that might be like 2.
It is the second iteration of the iPhone.
Yeah.
It is the iPod or the iPhone 3G.
3G, yeah. So I was okay. I thought the 3G might be the third iPhone, so I didn't guess it. And then there was the 3GS.
Yeah.
So because I had 2 friends who got the original iPhone. One of them had rich parents. One of them had a job.
Yeah.
And then I think I got the 3G when it came out.
Remember when we just had 3G? How stupid we were. Only 3 goddamn Gs?
Listen, bro, we didn't have the 5G that was controlling our minds and giving us cancer,
That's right. We were only on the 4th generation of the iPod Nano with a taller curved design.
Dude, this is some proper country shit. I'm telling you. This was before everything died. Like this was like right out. This was transitioning from Facebook to MySpace.
Yeah.
No, we were MySpace to Facebook. Strike that, reverse it. Shout out to Gene Wilder. MySpace to Facebook. I think Instagram started to show up a little bit after this, but nobody gave a shit. I didn't care about Instagram for a while. I think it was like 2012 when I got an Instagram. So that's all a guess for the record. But I mean, this was before the world was ruined. This was like Obama is on the campaign trail. No, Obama has already been. No, the election is in 2008.
Is in 2008. Yeah.
So he's on the campaign trail at this time. Right at the tail end of the Bush years.
We have the second generation of the iPod Touch, which has Bluetooth and volume buttons. What the hell?
Dude, I remember my sister got an iPod Touch, and this was later than this, but she was so excited. She She got it for Christmas, and she was like taking it around when we went to my aunt's house for Christmas, and she was like, she couldn't stop looking at it and fidgeting with it and shit.
Yep.
And she dropped it and shattered the screen that day
Oh,
on my aunt's tile.
devastating.
There are very few times where there wasn't like a health issue where I felt worse for a human being than I felt for my sister shattering her iPod, because it just ruined it. Every day that she looked at that iPod Touch, it made her feel sad because she shattered it the first day.
That's where we were not bereft with kiosks that could fix your shattered screen.
Yeah, and the metal screen, the glass screen protectors weren't great back then. Like, it was a tough scene. It's funny, but I also felt I was heartbroken.
Man, did I love my iPod. That was like that was a great time for the old Dustman. That's the first thing I bought when I had a real job.
And iPods are good. I didn't have one though.
Yeah, well, you should love WCW so much more. WCW was the Zune of wrestling promotions.
No, because the Zunes were good. That's the thing.
So was WCW at points.
At points,
the Zune was good. You know,
it had a radio on it.
The Zune is 1989 Great American Bash, dude. We're talking great stuff.
Listen, I'm on board.
What Grand Theft Auto do you think we were Grand Theft Autoing in 2008?
I think if I had to guess, I would guess. So there was Grand Theft Auto. I'm trying to think which came first between Vice City and San Andreas. I think it's San Andreas, then Vice City, in which case I would say it's Vice City, because I think Grand Theft Auto 4 came out a little bit after that. So I think it's Vice City.
2008, we were in Grand Theft Auto 4, dude.
Oh, it was 4? Okay,
yeah.
Shit.
Think about man, The Dark Knight, iPod Touch, and Grand Theft Auto 4?
Dude, Grand Theft Auto 4, it came out. This was like, so it's bad now that they're like continually they're releasing incomplete games and continually updating them.
Yeah.
But one thing that sucked about Grand Theft Auto 4 was they released it, and it's so easy to fly out of the windshield of your car. You crash and you just fly for 30 feet. I accidentally destroyed my friend's copy of Grand Theft Auto 4. It was in my Xbox, and my Xbox
dropped on your aunt's floor.
No, the same day. My Xbox was vertical, and I was sitting on the couch with my foot on the ground, and I put my foot over my Xbox, and it clipped the Xbox, and it knocked the Xbox over. And back then, if you had the disc in the Xbox and it went from vertical to horizontal, it would completely destroy the disc. And it did this like ring on the disc, and it was completely unusable after that.
Yeah, that's your hubris with electronic devices. You thought you had it. You thought you'd done that leg move 100 times, you know?
Listen, I broke my friend's bong doing the same exact thing. Just shattered it all over the ground.
That should have been at your aunt's house.
So I've got the Billboard singles for this time. Did you get that?
I didn't get the singles. I had the album chart, but I don't know any of these songs or any of these albums. I didn't buy any of these albums.
I'll run down them real quick. Number 10, "Sensual Seduction" by Snoop Dogg. I don't know this song. That Snoop Lion time. But "Independent" by Webby featuring Lil Fat and Lil Boozy. I guarantee I would recognize this song.
Okay.
But I don't just because I bet I would. This is my high school. I guarantee I would know all these songs. "No One" by Alicia Keys. We know that one.
Yep.
"Apologize," Timbaland and One Republic. Proper Country.
Yeah. Too late.
"No Air" by Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown. I don't recognize. I'm sure I would know it. "Love Song," Sarah Bareilles. Proper Country.
Yeah. Thanks for going.
"Don't Stop the Music," Rihanna. Proper Country.
Yep.
"With You" by Chris Brown. They shouldn't be so close on the charts. I feel like there's paperwork to be done.
Yep.
"Low" by Flo Rida and T-Pain, which I believe is that Apple Bottom Jeans.
I think that's Get Low.
Huh?
I think that's Get Low.
No.
No,
it's Apple Bottom Jeans. It's Apple Bottom Jeans. I listen to it right now.
Proper Country.
Proper country.
Yeah.
Get Low is called Get Low. That's Little John and the East Side Boys.
Yeah.
And then Love in This Club by Usher, number 1, featuring Young Jeezy.
Yeah.
In this club. In this club.
Man, you could go see The Dark Knight. This weekend you could have went. You could have saw Ric Flair get retired. You could have went to the club and heard Low, and you could have went and saw Horton Hears a Who. What a time to be alive!
What a time it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thanks to everybody who listens. We appreciate you. Leave a comment, leave a like. Like Andrew said, hit the bell. Do all the things that you would do for all the other things that you've already done, for all the other things that you did them for. We appreciate that, and we'll be back next week. I think we're doing a WrestleMania preview and prediction show for next week.
Yeah, we gotta do that, and if we can find them, we gotta break down the WrestleMania hospitality packages. The packages.
That'll be the whole WrestleMania weekend. We're looking at it.
Okay,
so
sounds good.
Thanks to everybody. Talk to you next week, and don't forget, apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
Hold on. Oh, never mind. I was going to play